Hey guys, welcome here. In last lecture we talked about lifecycle functions. In this lecture we will continue, we will do small improvements in our code, and I will introduce you computed properties. So let's start, go to your terminals, and first I would like to get rid of these errors. These ones are linting errors, and linter is totally fine because it forces you to follow best coding practices, but in some cases, as in development, we would like to see console log, so I would like to disable this console log rule because console logs are good for debugging purposes. Okay, so let's do it. Let's go to our browsers. And I will include this URL instead of the resources and also this code in resources of this lecture. So let's copy this. This is a configuration code for a Eslint. So Eslint is just a set of rules, and Eslint is checking your coding practices. So if you are missing some spaces or maybe some lines, you are referencing console logs, it warns you or display errors. Okay, and you can imagine when you are working with more people in a team, you are following the same rules, so your code looks the same and is well formatted. Okay, so let's copy this and let's go to our coding editors. We need to create this configuration file, so in our root folder, let's create a new file, and we need to call it dot and eslint.rc, so eslint.rc.js, and let's paste everything here. So let's paste this code here, and we are following these rules for a view. That's one. These ones are recommended. Okay, I will save everything. Now we need to go to terminals and we need to restart. We need to restart our development server. Okay, and let's see. All right, it's compiling, and actually we are not seeing any errors now. So maybe the results are cached, so I will shut it down and then I will do some changes in our files and also verify this file name eslint.rc. So let's do some changes. Let's see here. I will make a new line. I will remove this line like this. All right, and now let's see our terminals. So I will start our server again, and maybe now we will get some warnings. Okay, so we are getting 7 warnings, and we can fix them with the --fix option, but first we need to also install Eslint, so we can use command line interface for Eslint. So let's fix these issues one by one. We are missing one space after and before these curly brackets. Okay, so these ones are interpolation warnings. Okay, let's fix them. So inside of each file, so let's see, a file activity item. On the line 3, you can see this line 3 here. Okay, so let's go to src activity item and line 3 activity title. So I will make these spaces here and also spaces in activity, updated that, and we should get rid of this error. Let's see it now. So terminal, now we have here, I will scroll down here, now we have just 3 warnings. So you see we get rid of some errors. Okay, now we have here expected a line break in a file. Let's see this file. So this activity item again and a element here, so line break. So let's find here a element, and linter expect from you to put this on a separate line, so like this. Like this. Let's save this. Let's see, we will get rid of this warning. Okay, we get rid of this warning, but I don't like this rule that much because I would like to have this element on one line after all. Okay, so you can get rid of this warning. Let's see in our terminals. We need to find these warnings. So here is a element, and this warning is a view single line HTML element content a new line. So pretty long name. So I will copy this name from here, from our terminal, and I will go to our coding editor. And let's see our Eslint configuration file, and here is a set of rules. So I will create here, I will override this rule, so you can see view single line HTML element content new line, and I will set it to a false, or you can write here 0 for a false. So this will be disabled. Let's see. Okay, terminals, and we need to also restart our server now after we'll do changes in this file. Okay, so we get rid of this warning, and this rule is actually very good. It says prop activity should define at least its type. So I like this warning, so let's go to our coding editors. And you can write your props differently. So let's see our activity item again, and we can define this rule differently. We can define these props differently, so I can write these props. I will write it on second line, and I will keep this here, so you can see different. So props, and I can define this as an object, and a key will be name of our prop. So activity, and I will define here another object, and here I can specify type of this prop. And the type of this prop we are getting here is an object. So we will write here object type. And you can specify here also option required. And I will write here true, because this component requires this prop. If it would be false, you would not get errors if you don't provide this prop here. But if I will write here true and I will not provide this activity prop to my component, I will get the error in my browser. Okay, so like this. Let's save this, and now let's see our terminal. Okay, and now I'm referencing to props. You need to have just one, so I need to remove this first one, and I will keep it, and I will write it from now on like this. So let's see terminal. Okay, there are no warnings here, and also let's see here our app view. So everything is, I think, fine here. Maybe I'm not forced here to break lines in an element, which is a little bit weird. So maybe I will do here some change. Maybe I will force some errors here. And now you can see I'm getting here 26 warnings. And this happened because I did some changes in this file. And the linter checked my code here, and you can see 26 warnings. An easy way to fix them is use this option for a fixing. But first we need to install Eslint, so we can use command line interface for Eslint. Because now when I will write here Eslint dash and a fix, nothing will happen because Eslint command is not found. So we need to add this. Let's go back to our browsers. And I will find here this page, and here is installation. So view add, and this plugin, everything is included in resources. So back to terminals. Let's paste it here and let's press enter. Installation should take a couple of seconds. And now when I'm thinking about this, I will explain you computed properties in the next lecture, because this one is already taking too much time, but I think it's worth it. This way you will have some understanding of Eslint, and you will follow the best coding practices, and you can check and fix your code while you are coding, and you are forced to follow these rules and practices. Okay, so now we need to choose set of rules. I will choose here a standard, okay, and lint on a save. Let's press enter, and now you can see some files were added and also updated. So first let's check this editor config, and this is just a configuration file for editor. So then you will have two spaces. So this indentation size and indent style is a space, is all the tabs. And also it will trim trailing white spaces when you save a file, and also insert final new line is a true. So when you save a file, it will insert a new line in the end of the file. And when you share this file with other developers, they will have the same configuration for their coding editor. Okay, so this file was added. And also Eslint was updated. So let's see if it was updated really. Not really, okay. But this is interesting. When we run this command, our app.view was updated as well. So let's see what changed. And I think our Eslint checked this file where it was installing, and it also fixed it. You can see it's longer now, this HTML, because you can see a element is on multiple lines, and now we are following the best practices. And when I will run here npm run serve, I should see no warnings and errors from Eslint because it was checked automatically for us. Okay, so no errors, perfect. But now let's see our activity item. I will remove this type of an object just to make sure if it's checking really our file. So I will save this file. Let's see terminal. And now, yes, we are getting warning here. Prop activity should define at least its type. So perfect. Now we are following the best practices. We are forced to change our code if something is missing. And yes, perfect. So guys, that should be it for this lecture. If you have some question related to a topic, just ask me in the comments or on a Slack. In the next lecture, we will continue with computed properties, so don't worry, I will explain it to you. So guys, I hope to see you in the next lecture.